Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video for you and I'll be doing my nails on my right hand, and here are the products I'm using. Duck nail tips from Nailed by Naomi, size 12 brush from A Young Nail Speed Clear, these two acrylics, the OMG glitter Money Honey or Money Green, and then the green acrylic Hotline Bling, this nude acrylic from V Beauty Pure Bad and Boujee, and this sprinkle on glitter from Kiara Sky called Perfect. And then I will also be adding like a few other things at the end, and also this white acrylic from Tammy Taylor, because I'll be doing some 3D flowers, and also this green polish number 034 from V Beauty Pure as well. So, and my monomer is not polished monomer. So I finally am here with another video. Okay, but first I am starting with my index and pinky finger. They will be full fingers of Bad and Boujee, and I will be doing some French tips on those later on in the video. So yes, like I was saying, I'm finally back with another video. I didn't mean to be gone as long, even though it was only like a week. Like I've had this video filmed and halfway edited. It's just that time got away from me to do the voiceover, and I'm just now getting a chance to do that. So yay, finally. And yeah, so that's it on that. So like I always mention, for application of any nails, but especially the duck tips, you want to be mindful of having product on, or having too much product on the side of the nail, because you don't want to have to end up filing it all off and then take away from the flare of the nails. So just constantly wipe the sides of the nail to make sure the product stays on the nail tip, or just, you know, take it off if it happens to be too much. Now when you do square and like stiletto and coffin shapes, it's a little easier to file off the extra acrylic to get that shape back. You know, if that even makes sense. So hopefully you understood what that meant, because for some reason it don't sound right. I don't know if I use the right words, but to me, okay, I'm rambling. Okay, so yeah, that look, that looks like pretty good application to me. So now moving on to the pinky, it'll be the same thing, and I feel like I also say this almost every time I do duck nails, but my application comes out very good when I do duck nails. Like, I love it. I don't know why my application can't come out as good when I do my other shapes. I don't know, but yeah. Also, if you haven't seen the video for the nails on my left hand, I will leave that link down below. It's these pastel nails, and it's just a recreation of a set that I did a couple years ago. And so yeah, I just like doing that, like recreating my old sets, just tracking my progress, and they look very good, even though I feel like they came out a little wonky. But yeah, like I said, I will leave that linked down in the description box, so don't forget to check that out. And also there will be links to products used in this video, and if I don't have like exact links for everything, there will be alternative links. So don't forget to check out the description box. So yeah, that's basically it. And then after I do the pinky, I will be moving on to the middle finger. Now, you know, I usually save my thumb as like my content finger. So yeah, you'll notice that my thumb is done as I'm doing my middle finger, and it will be an ombre. So I'm taking Hotline Bling and I'll be placing it on the tip. And when doing your ombres, you want to make sure you blend out the top of the color that you're using, so that way when you bring the next color to ombre on top of that, there's no like a hump there, so it'll show like a line of, you can see the color underneath. So yes, hopefully that made sense as well. I don't know, it's nighttime, basically bedtime when I am recording this part of the voiceover, so my thoughts are not all the way together. I'm just trying to get this done so I can post this video, because I've been prolonging it. So like, also during the time that I'm recording this voiceover, it has been 2 weeks since I have done these nails, and they are very much look like grown out like 2 weeks. So and I'm getting ready to change them in a couple of days. So, and I don't even have the nails that are on my left hand anymore either. So, and I gotta get started on editing that video soon as well. Okay, so when I do my ombres, I take the color that's going on top. In this case is Bad and Bougie. I place a somewhat small bead right where the first color stopped, and then I lightly blend it down to get the ombre started, and then I move in with a little bit of a bigger bead and then higher up and blend that down as well to add more color to the ombre part of the nail. So, and also with this color, I'm kind of building my apex as well, because when I go to encapsulate, I will not be capping the nude parts, just where the ombre is and the green. So yes, and then also just add enough of that second color to like make the blend look like it's blending in with the other color. So that's just what I was doing there, just to make sure it looks good. So yeah, and then that was me just showing you what everything looks like. And now I'm going to come in and encapsulate that nail, because I will be using glitter on the ring finger. Like, I probably could have just did the glitter and then changed out my monomer, so that way I can do encapsulation all in one go, but that's not the way my mind was working. So I'm going to stop talking in bits. Like I said, I'm capping this nail, and then I will move on to the ring finger, and that will be the not polished OMG glitter in money honey, or money green. I don't know why I keep saying money honey. And that will be like a full finger, and then I'll encapsulate that, and then I'll be moving on to filing after that. Okay, so we're kind of going to speed through the filing, and I am starting with an 80 grit file, and here I was just seasoning my files, and that's a good thing to do, so that way you can kind of, I won't say rough up, but kind of like sand down the edges of the file, so that way you're less likely to cut yourself. So I don't usually do that, but this time I just did. So, and I'm only showing like 2, maybe 3 fingers of filing. So I'm starting with the 80 grit file and doing a little bit of shaping, mostly at the side walls in my natural nail area. And then I'm going to come in with this medium 5-in-1 bit. It's from Pana, and using my e-file to go around the cuticle area and also take down some bulk of the nail. Wasn't too much, but I'm also giving the nail some shape and smoothing it out, and going underneath the nail as well. So yes, usually with duck nails, this is mostly how I do shape the nails or give the nails some more shaped up cleanup after application, is with the e-file, because it's a little bit like, I can do it with the hand file. I just choose to use the e-file more because it's a little easier for me to go with the shape of the nail versus with the hand file. So yeah, I'm just going to be shaping up the nail and taking down a little bit of the bulk, like I said, and go a little bit underneath the nail as well. And then I'm going to come in with either the 80 grit or the 100 grit file and go over the top of the nail again. Okay, this is 100 grit file. And then just kind of like do a little more finish filing and smoothing of the nail and stuff. And then I use the 80 grit file to straighten out the edge of the nail to give it that nice crisp looking shape. And then I will buff the nails and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's what the nails look like after I was done filing. I didn't show the buffing part. I thought that I did, but oops, my bad, y'all, my bad. So now on to the art. I'm taking this gel polish number 034 from The Beauty Pure, and I'm using the Hella Cute liner brush, and I will be doing some French tips on the pinky and the index finger. And like always, the way that I do my French tips is the A method, which is just drawing the lines on the side and then do the one in the middle and then connect those lines to like round out the corners to make the smile line of the French tip part. So, and because I am using my non-dominant hand, sometimes doing this is a little bit tricky, so I end up having to do it multiple times. You know, sometimes it doesn't come out even, or I don't know, just, you know, it's just one of those things that you gotta take your time with, and that's what I was trying to do. So yeah, and then I ended up getting it, and of course I cure for 60 seconds, and I do come in with a second layer of the gel polish, but I don't show that on camera, and I cure that for 60 seconds as well. So yeah, that's going to be that. And I really do be doing French tips on pretty much every set of nails that I do. I can't escape the French tip. Like, it's so crazy that I do that, because the nails that I have on now, I have French tips, like, on all but one finger, which is crazy. Like, I don't know how I fell in love with French tips. I just did, and I can't help it. But luckily, you can make French tips look different ways and use many different colors. You can even have it be multiple colors. So that's one thing I do love about French tips. So yeah, okay, so I'm going to leave you to finish watching me French it up, and I'll be back probably really fast too. Okay, so I wanted to do some airbrush butterflies, and these particular stencils are from Glam Nails 210, and I will leave a link to that down to her website down below. And yeah, and also this stencil saver book is from her website as well. I have to remember to add that to my link. So also I put a matte top coat on the nails that I wanted to do a French tip on. So, and this is the airbrush paint that I'm using. It's an acrylic paint, airbrush paint. So and I put like, I don't know, 3 or 4 drops in my airbrush machine, and it's just one that I got from Amazon. And then here I go airbrushing, and just making sure to kind of like lightly do it. And I feel like I went a little bit too heavy on the white, and so yeah. And then when I peeled off the stencils, I was like, I don't like it. And since it's acrylic paint, it just came off with some what did I use? I think alcohol or acetone, one of those, to just wipe it off. Like, I didn't like how it looked. So then I come in and do the little white line in the middle, and then yeah, I do that on the pinky as well. And then I come in with a, what you call it, a top coat to go on top of that. Okie dokie, so now I am coming in with some LGN Pro Bling It gel, and I want to do like those gel lines that have been floating around for a long time. And so this is just one of and it wasn't coming out right. I didn't like it, and I felt like it was too thick for me. Like, I couldn't manipulate it right for my liking, so I did not end up using it. So I ended up wiping this off because I didn't like how it looked. And then I got a different gel, which is this Young Nails Synergy gel. This is just the one that comes in the tube, and I just squeezed them out on my palette, and I did the same thing. And I liked how this looked better because I liked the way this gel moved more than I liked the other one. And then I did flash cure the lines for about 5 seconds just to hold that in place, because this gel will start to level out if it sits for too long. So yeah, I did this on the pinky as well. And then I don't know if I show it, but I do top coat, and when I top coated, I made sure to go on top of these lines very lightly and not to like over flood it, because that would have just took away from the design, because this gel does leave a sticky layer because it is a hard gel to like do regular nails with. It's not like a bling gel or anything. They just put it in a tube, but they do also sell it in a jar. So yeah, and also I added some bling to these two fingers, and then you'll see me do that, and then I'm gonna come back in for the next step. Now onto the middle finger, I'm taking the green polish again, and I am going to be making some swirls, like one big swirl from the top to the bottom of the nail, and then on each side there will be like half swirls. And then also I did put a top coat on this nail and the glitter nail next to it, and I believe it was just not polished gloss it top coat. I can't fully remember, but I think that's what it was, and I just didn't show it in the video. So like I was saying, I'm doing like half swirls on both sides of the bigger swirl, and then before curing I will sprinkle on the Kiara Sky glitter and then cure for 60 seconds in my lights. Okay, so now moving on to the next finger, which is the ring finger. I will be doing some 3D flowers, and this is the brush that I'm using. It's a size 5, and again, I'm using this excuse me, white acrylic from Tammy Taylor, and I put a crystal in the middle. And so I picked up my first bead and let it sit on my brush for a few seconds just to start polymerizing, and then I placed the bead on the nail and let it sit again for a few seconds. And then I'm taking my brush and forming it into shape, and I'm mostly like using the tip and the belly of the brush just to give it that little indent, and that happens when the acrylic is more dry. So when doing 3D work with acrylic, you want it to be a little more dry, because if it's too wet, then you have to wait for it to start curing to be able to mold it into shape. So yes, that's what I did. And since this particular acrylic, it dries a little faster than I'm used to, I didn't have to let it sit for too long to be able to mold it. And also my brush wasn't super wet either. So yes, and this will just be a 5-petal flower, and apparently my camera was picking up on things in the background versus on my finger, so that's why it's a little blurry. And this was a little difficult to do because I was doing it with my left hand, which is my non-dominant hand, and I don't usually do 3D acrylic work with my left hand, but it's just something that I wanted to do, so, and it came out good. I was very happy for myself, so yay me. And I was going to do more acrylic flowers, but I was like, no ma'am, not doing that again. So I pulled out some of my little flower charms and added those around this flower instead. So, and I like how that came out, and it was quicker and easier than doing more of the acrylic flowers. So, and I just adhered those little flowers with some Zule Bling adhesive, and then on 2 of them I put a crystal in the middle, and then the other ones I put like the little silver balls in them. I don't think I showed that part in the video, but yeah, that's what I did. And then I guess I'll be back when it's time for the next step. So for this finger, I will be adding a butterfly charm and then a few crystals on that, and I wanted butterflies on this nail so bad, so that's why I did that. But it turned out super cute. I love how it looks, and I just use this Macart bling gel to do that, and then cured it for 60 seconds, so, or flash cure, I don't know. I just put it on the nail, and then yeah, and I think my camera was dirty as well. I didn't realize it. That's what kind of why it looks a little blurry a little bit, but you can still see what I am doing. And then I believe this is the last thing I am doing, since I don't need to top coat and I did all of the other fingers. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on my socials at thenailglowup on Instagram and TikTok. And then yeah, that's all. So again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, peace out, y'all.